This is the Elliptical Oracle. And now, here's MonaLisa.
Hello, welcome to the Elliptical Oracle. And me and my angelic guides are going to be your guides for the next few minutes. And I just like to go in every day and see what they have to say. It's great reminders, no matter where you are on your soul path. So here we go. Hello, 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 dear ones. We're pleased to be here and to dance with you in this now through all reality. Yes, today we'd like to talk to you about your awakening journey. First of all, what does an awakening journey mean? It means that you are aware that you are spiritual beings, that you are conscious beings having an experience. But for most of you, that doesn't really help that much. It's not very helpful. So we would like to add to that definition a bit, even though truly awake just means that you are aware that you have your own sovereign consciousness and you are growing spiritually. Your consciousness is ever expanding. So what would we like to add to that? We would like to remind you as an awakened being, because we know for many of us, we have been here on the earth plane and had lived many, many lives, and we know how deep and murky and dense that 3D living can be. And so we would like to remind you as awakened beings that you are not separate from all that there is. You're not separate from God, for you see that your soul contains you, the crystalline body, the physical body. And what else does your soul contain? Your consciousness and the consciousness of all that is that you are connected to. Your soul, you are just a sliver of your soul that is immense and that sees through time and space and is eternal, So this reminds you in your waking state that death isn't real, that death is something that you agreed to, that the body would shed away, but your soul is eternal, and that you one day would remember, death of the physical body is just a rebirth back home. It's just a rebirth back home. It's a glorious day to be celebrated. It's a glorious time for you when you will wake up. And we encourage each and everyone on the awakening journey not to hurry. Not to hurry. For as your consciousness rises, you help support the earth. You help support the population in rising in their consciousness. For that is how it is achieved. That is how higher consciousness comes about. And we would also like to remind you that as you go through your day, you remember that this is a field trip for your soul, that you planned it out at the soul level. So as this is a field trip for your soul and the experience is real, that you laid out life lessons. And some of them are tough, some of them come and go, some of them are small, like perhaps a fender bender in 1 week. Or some of them are really huge, like a loss of a job or a house. So you laid out these lessons for your greatest growth. And even when you become awake and this stuff still happens, you're like, what? It's not about life happening to you. It's about your perception, how you perceive it. Can you look at it differently? Those life lessons you agreed to are still going to come. But now it's about how you perceive it. Do you perceive it as a challenge and as a gift, as a way to grow your soul? as a way for you to continue down that soul path and step into your self-realization, realizing your existence is enough, and creating your heaven on earth through the love and the peace within your heart. And you find that love and peace by stepping into you, by knowing who you are, by following what we have termed the positive energy stream, following that intuition, even if it's neutral. A neutral intuition is beautiful. It's a beautiful way to follow. Let us give you example of how to follow your neutral intuition. So let's say you're like the channel and you're on a long walk and you get the nudge to go a different way, but you always go one way, but you get the nudge to go the other way. You think, but I always go this way, but you follow the nudge. You follow that nudge and you go the other way, but you come back around. And as you come back around and you're walking your dogs, it's this time of the year that the weeds are 2 feet high and there's nowhere really but the narrow road for you to walk. There's one place on that narrow road for you to be that's got a wide spot without the 2 feet stickers that a car could easily pass. And as you're on that wide spot, not one but 2 car passes you because you followed that inkling, that positive intuition. And in this case, it was neutral. You would have not got ran over. It would have been perhaps a sticker or two. Nothing big or bad. Just simply more intuitive, more pleasant road, easier flow because you followed that intuition. This is what following your intuition is, moment by moment, and not guessing it, not guessing it. If you start to guess it, if you have an intuition and it feels good one way and you decided, no, I really am going to go the other way. That's using the mind. And we would ask you to slow down to think, how did that turn out for you? How did that turn out for you? And if you were going to use this example of the walk and you would think, well, I had to stop and hold the dogs tightly so we didn't have to go in the stickers. And I had to wave at the car to make sure it saw me. So, but other than that, it was a great walk. But that could have been easily avoided. Your higher self knew that you could have avoided that if you would have followed that neutrality path. Sometimes it's neutrality. That is the higher path. We would say most of the time it is. That neutrality, it's that place of sovereignty when you can see the positive and the negative, and you stand right in the middle and say, one is the opposite of the other. And I came here as a sovereign being, as a soul being, as a spirit, as an innate being, as a conscious being, to experience and to grow. And I will experience and grow all spectrums of the polarity. We are Xand. We are one consciousness. We are pleased to be here and to dance with you in this now through all reality. Woo! They're a little long today. They had a lot to say. I love it. Okay. I got 57, which is leap of faith. 57, leap of faith. And so, so what does leap of faith have to do with your awakening walk? Sometimes we would say to follow the positive energy stream. For many of you on this planet at this time, many, it takes a leap of faith to trust the universe, to trust source, to trust your higher self, to trust your angelic team, to breathe and say, I'm going to be the fool and go on this journey because it's my greatest excitement and I don't know where it's going. When you learn to follow the positive energy stream moment by moment, it doesn't mean that you got the end point all figured out. It just means that you're following the flow in the moment. You're following your bliss, your success, that peace, that inner peace. And maybe for you, it just feels like calmness. Glory be, glory be, glory be. Live in the calmness. Live in that leap of faith. That's your calling. To live and love in every moment and to love every moment. That is a leap of faith. Woo! That is beautiful. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. Love it. My miracle today. I'm walking right on my house. Not one, but two ravens fly over my head. I feel like I could touch them. They're just barely over my roof top. And I'm on my deck. And the big birds up close, really big. And they're flying toward the sunrise. And I'm like, yeah, may I soar and may you soar toward your own sunrise. Top of the now to you. Top of the now to you.